All right, guys, this is Vashti Hurd and Sheena Quick with a final Panthers edition of Quick Blitz. The Carolina Panthers dropped their final game to the Saints 42-10, extending their losing streak to 8 games, not the way they wanted to end the season. What are your thoughts on this season as a whole?
I think I'm with the majority of the players with the notion that I'm just glad that it's over. It's time to go to the drawing board without having the pressure of having another game to prepare for the next week and really get to the root of what's going on with this organization. 2 years in a row. Looked amazing on paper. Of course, there's the injuries, which you can never really account for, but this is not a team with the personnel that they had to finish 5-11.
Yeah, it's a couple, and we discussed this off camera. One of the main things I think that they need to address this offseason is the offensive line. It's not looked good. Understandably, this team has to get healthy in several areas. We saw KK Short in the locker room for the first time. He was injured early on in the season, but still, a lot of questions going into the offseason. New coach, quarterback situation, GM situation.
Greg Olsen may be moving on.
Greg Olsen, his comments seemed very finite to me, so I wouldn't expect him to return next year. That's just my assumption, but of course that will be an announcement that he will make along with his family.
Absolutely.
Sometime in the near future. But I have to ask, and we talked about this, Sheena brought this up. I had said last year, are the Panthers wasting Cam Newton's best years? And Sheena had asked me
if I feel like they're wasting Christian McCaffrey's prime years. In only his third season, guys, today was pretty much the only silver lining in the season. Christian McCaffrey eclipsed the 1,000 mark, which had only been done previously by 2 other running backs in history of the NFL, Marshall Faulk and Roger Craig. And despite the workload, he says he feels great. He's going to take the offseason to rest a little bit, get with his family, but he's in year 3 of his contract. He's very valuable. This team is not succeeding as a whole. Will that play into whether or not Christian McCaffrey is a Panther for the long haul?
That's a good question. Does he want to stay here? I think that next year is pivotal for this team. I understand it's a year of change, but next year you may have some growing pains, but the year after that, something has to get in gear. I really would like to see a drastic positive change. Absolutely. Next year. As Sheena mentioned, the guys in the locker room were just ready to get it over with. Some guys, Kyle Allen said that he was really happy to play the games that he's played because some people didn't even know if he would make the team. Gerald McCoy said it was the most fun that he's had in a long time playing on a team. But all in all, just a disappointing season for these guys.
Absolutely. Like we said before, the guys have always remained positive. They've always had a positive attitude. There's frustrations, understandably so. These are guys that are very competitive and used to competing at a very high level. But the quarterback question is, if they fumble this quarterback situation, the Carolina Panthers organization can find themselves in the likes of Cleveland, Washington, some of those long-suffering franchises, if they do not make the right decision next year regarding Cam Newton.
And the one person who I think is not going to go for that is David Tepper. He has the guapo. He has the money to spend. He doesn't seem like a guy who's going to be cheap with spending it, and he has the expectation is to win and sustain excellence. So, guys, we will be here tracking all of the moves all off season, so make sure you're keeping it locked. Sheena, Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, she's bowling.
Everything NFL. I'm going to be bowling.
She's bowling. I will be covering upcoming UNC and Duke, NCAA, all things ACC. But we will continue to bring you these quick blitzes. We also have some more things in store for 2020.
So watch out. It's a surprise. You guys are going to be excited. We're excited.
Definitely.
We got to give you guys what you want.
Definitely. And so thanks for rocking with us. Make sure you're following Sheena Quick on Twitter and Instagram at Sheena_Marie3 and Carolina Blitz at Carolina Blitz, and keep blitzing. Thanks for rocking with us. Have a prosperous and wonderful new year.